Hello, first graders. Today we're going to be working with shapes. So what you need to do is get your math workbook, and it is page 337, and you are going to need your shapes that you cut out a few lessons ago. You're going to need your rectangles and your squares. So you can pause the video and go get these things that you need, okay? All right, here, I'll make it a little bit bigger. See the rectangles? Okay, so today we will be able to compose shapes and compose new shapes from the composite shapes. It's going to be a really fun math lesson, and we'll just be putting some shapes together because that's what the word compose means. When you compose something, you put something together. What have you learned so far about squares and other rectangles? What have you learned about rectangles? Well, we know that there are 4 square corners and 4 sides on a rectangle, right? And we know that the rectangle and a square, they're 2-dimensional shapes. So sometimes we can put 2 or more shapes together and make an entire new shape. You see right here we have a red rectangle and a blue rectangle, and when we put them side by side, and if I go around the perimeter of this shape, you can see that we made an even bigger shape. We made a bigger rectangle, right? All right, well, turn in your workbook page to page 337 and get your shapes ready, and let's play around with some of these. Going to make this bigger. Pull it up here. Grab it. So let's take some of our rectangles and let's see if we can put 2 together and make new ones, okay? Look. So if I take this rectangle and I put it beside this one, I made a new one, and it's big. And I'm just going to trace around that so you can look at it on the grid. And then I'm just going to shade this in. Okay, you see it? And now we have an even bigger rectangle made from these 2. Let's see if we can come up with some other ways. Let's see. What can we do? Let's get this purple one and put it on the side. Notice I still have 3 rectangles, right? So now watch. If I got it, my purple, my red, and my blue, if I pull this one up underneath, look what I have here. Can you see how I took those and I made an even bigger rectangle? I took 1, 2, 3, 4 rectangles and I made a big one. And I'm going to get a different color marker. And I'm just going to trace around that. Oops. Put that over there. It's trying to run away. Okay, we're going to go around. No, I'm not doing it exactly on the line, but that's okay. You'll get the same idea. Okay, so now when we move this away, look. See how we have an even bigger rectangle than the first? I'm going to do a few more with you. Let's see, let's put this pretty red one right here. Maybe the blue one. Let me get this little green one. And let's see, I could even put this little yellow one on the side. All right, look what we did. Look what we did. We have taken 1, 2, 3, 4 different rectangles, and I'm going to trace this again. And we have some that are going horizontally and some of these shapes that are standing up vertically. But look, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and we made a different rectangle. So together we've made 1, 2, 3. You want to do a few more? I do. This is really fun. Let's see. How about if we take this purple one? It's kind of long. Put it right here. And I can just put this little green one on the side of it too. Look what I made. This one is a super long rectangle. But it is still a rectangle, isn't it? Even though it's super long, kind of skinny, it still has our 4 corners and our 4 sides. Look at it. Isn't that something? And I can shade this in so you can see it better at home. See it? All right, boys and girls. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use some squares. Let's use some squares to see if we can make some rectangles with squares. Do you have your squares ready? I do. Let's do an easy one. I can get one orange square and another orange square and put them together. And what did I make? See my rectangle? All right, look here. I can put another orange square and make my rectangle get even longer. I think I have one more. And now look. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 squares that make a rectangle. And look, it's a little bit shorter than that one. How about this? What if we bring these 2 down and put 2 on top? Do you have yours ready? If I get to going too fast, you just pause the video. So let's get these squares, put these on the side, and now we can put this square beside it. And now, boys and girls, we have the purple and the 4 orange, and we've made another shape. We've made a bigger shape. And now let's use some squares and other rectangles. Okay, let's get our rectangles and our squares together. We could take this one and put one of these on top. Maybe put this green one right here. And maybe we could just put our pretty orange ones right down the side here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And look what we've made. Isn't that cool? Look, we can even make it bigger. How about that? So now we have all of these little shapes. Putting them or composing them and putting them together to make a larger shape. So I want you to have some fun, and you can use all your shapes and see what kind of different shapes you can come up with. And then we're going to get back together in just a few minutes, and we'll play some with the triangles too. And remember, we can make lots of different rectangles. We can make long rectangles and short rectangles. We can compose and make all kinds of shapes when we put them together. And I will be right back with you in just a second because I'm going to go get my triangles and you can go get your triangles too.